I stepped through the front door of my parents' house in suburban Seattle, the scent of vanilla cake and fresh flowers hitting me like a warm embrace. For a split second, the world felt right, balloons bobbing against the ceiling, laughter bubbling from the crowded living room, and that familiar hum of celebration. It was my 35th birthday. After all, and after years of being overlooked, maybe this time they'd remembered. My heart raced with a fragile hope as I smoothed my emerald dress, the one I'd splurged on just for tonight. But then my eyes locked on the banner strung across the wall. Congratulations, Jessica, MBA achieved. The room spun. This wasn't for me. It was for her, my younger sister, standing there like a queen in her designer gown, clinking glasses with our relatives while our parents beamed beside her. The betrayal sank in like ice water. I'd driven 2 hours from my apartment in Portland, dodging Friday traffic, all because Mom had insisted, be here by 7 sharp. Sarah. It's important. 3 calls that morning, unusual for her, who barely acknowledged my promotions or the time I shattered my ankle hiking last summer. Now, here I was, invisible again. Jessica spotted me first, sauntering over with that polished smile, her voice loud enough for the aunts and uncles to hear. Sarah, so glad you made it. Then she leaned in, whispering, the event planners said your card went through smoothly. That old number from last Christmas's family dinner? Still golden. My stomach dropped. You used my credit card? She pulled back, eyes twinkling with mock innocence. Just a little help from Big Sis. Family pitches in. Right? Don't spoil the vibe, it's my night. $7,000. That's what she casually dropped later, shrugging as if it were pocket change, while the string quartet she'd added for an extra hour played on. The catered spread, the photographer snapping away, the 3-tier cake, it all screamed extravagance, charged to me without a word. I stood there, fists clenched, the rage building like a storm I couldn't unleash. Because that's who I am, Sarah Thompson. The reliable one. The fixer who never makes a scene. Mom waved me over dismissively. Come admire Jessica's diploma, gold embossing. Isn't it stunning? When I muttered, it's my birthday, her face tightened. We can do something small next week. Han. This was the only slot for Jessica's classmates. Dad didn't even look up from toasting her. I slipped out unnoticed, the door clicking shut behind me as the party roared on. In my car, gripping the wheel until my hands ached, the memories flooded back, decades of this imbalance. This quiet erosion of my worth. Jessica was born when I was 10. A bundle of joy that shifted the family's gravity. Protect your little sister, Dad had said. And I did. At 12, when she smashed Grandma's heirloom clock playing dress up, I took the blame. Sarah should have supervised better. Grounded for a month while Jessica got cookies for being brave. In high school, her failed history project? I pulled an all-nighter rewriting it, only to hear Mom scold me for enabling while praising Jessica's resilience. College? She wrecked Dad's SUV joyriding. I dipped into my savings to fix it. Because Jessica's future can't be derailed by one slip. It wasn't just favors, it was theft, disguised as family bonds. Last Christmas, she'd begged for my card details for emergency gifts. $800 on luxury items she never repaid. My Netflix, Amazon, even Uber, all borrowed with a wink and a promise. And my achievements? Buried. My summa cum laude business degree got a chain restaurant dinner. Jessica's barely passing undergrad warranted a backyard bash. My rise to senior project manager at Cascade Tech in Portland? A quick text, nice. Her unpaid internship at a charity? They framed the acceptance email. Jessica weaponized it all. Her voice dripping with faux sympathy. You're so lucky, no pressure like being the baby. You can just coast. Coast? I'd clawed my way up. Independent since 22. While she floated on my silent sacrifices. That night, back in my Portland condo, I logged into my bank app. There it was, $7,452 pending from Elite Events. My vision blurred with tears. But not from sadness, from a fire igniting. This wasn't just money, it was the final crack in the facade. I created a folder, proof. Emails from Jessica. Casual admissions, hey. Used your Prime for some stuff, THX. Instagram stories flaunting her pre-party shopping sprees. Tags intact, $500 dress. $200 highlights. And that text chain she'd accidentally looped me into with her friend Mia. Sarah's such a pushover. Cry a bit. Say family and she folds. Mia, don't you feel guilty? Jessica, why? She earns bank. No kids. She owes me for always outshining me. JK. Kinda. By dawn. I'd called my credit union. Unauthorized charge, I told the rep. Voice study. My sister used my info without consent. They flagged it as fraud. Sent dispute forms. And advised, for this amount. File a police report. It's grand larceny. Grand larceny. The words hung heavy. But I didn't waver. Digging deeper. I uncovered more. Sporadic charges over 2 years totaling $18,000, online shopping, ride shares, subscriptions. She'd tracked it in a spreadsheet on her laptop. Columns for amount, excuse, risk of bust. I screenshot everything. My pulse thundering. This wasn't impulse, it was calculated. The call started at 3 a.m. Mom, Sarah. Jessica got a fraud alert. What did you do? She stole from me. Stole? She's family. She said you offered it as her grad gift. On my birthday? You forgot again. Silence. Then, don't be petty. What will people say if you press charges? People. Always the facade over fairness. Dad, selfish. Sarah. Ruining her big moment. Jessica, thanks for wrecking my life. Sis. I ignored them. Drove to the Portland PD at 9 a.m. sharp. Reporting identity theft and fraud by my sister. Jessica Thompson. Officer Hale listened. Brows furrowing as I laid out the binder, 37 pages of bank statements. Emails. Social media grabs. This is solid, he said. We'll investigate. But family cases. People often back out. Not me. Detective Elena Vasquez took over. Her eyes sharp. You've got premeditation here. Felony territory, potential prison if convicted. I nodded, thinking of Jessica's smirk. I'm ready. 3 hours later. I left with a case number. My phone exploding with 25 missed calls. I powered it off. Back home. A knock, Jessica's boyfriend. Kyle. She didn't send me I came because this is wrong. He showed screenshots from her phone, plans to borrow my card. Laughing about my weakness. She's been doing this for months. I told her to stop. But the total? $18,452. You're not jealous like she says. You're generous. And she's abusing it. He warned, she's calling your work tomorrow. Claiming you're unstable to get you fired. I called my boss. Lisa. Preempting it, family drama, expect a call. Handle it. Sarah. We've got your back. Then Detective Vasquez. Kyle's a witness? Good, send his info. Finally. A locksmith, new deadbolts. Because enough was enough. My neighbor. Mr. Ramirez. Brought tamales, heard the ruckus. Sometimes. You gotta let M face the music. That night. Sleep came easy for the first time, the weight lifting. Replaced by resolve. The onslaught began at dawn, voicemails piling up. Dad, cops served Jessica, neighbors saw. Fix this. Mom. Sobbing, money over blood? You've broken her. Jessica, you beat ECH, I hate you. Then Mom again. Softer, She showed us the spreadsheets. Why didn't you tell us sooner? We could have fixed it quietly. Quietly, like always. Sweeping it under while I paid the price. They showed up at my door. Dad in slippers. Mom red-eyed. Open up. Sarah, we're not mad. Not mad at her. Anyway. I stayed silent behind the peephole until Mr. Ramirez shooed them. She said no, leave or I call the cops. Social media erupted. Jessica's vague Facebook post, betrayed by kin, staying strong amid jealousy. Comments flooded with sympathy. But I held back. Then Instagram. A childhood photo of us. Caption implying my mental health issues drove cruel acts. Mutual friends texted, "What's up?" Jessica's distraught. I blocked them. At work. Lisa, got a call from concerned relative, your sister. Faking a name. HR's documenting harassment. Jessica's ploy, defamation. Trying to tank my job. Kyle texted, she's messaging your colleagues on LinkedIn for dirt, screenshots attached. Dangerous. He said. I forwarded to Vasquez, escalating. Her reply, witness intimidation, adding charges. I hired my own lawyer. Amanda Reyes, this is extortion material. If she publishes lies, we sue. That evening, Jessica posted on LinkedIn, facing false accusations from a resentful relative, seeking legal aid for familial sabotage. Kyle commented, sabotage like stealing $18,000? With spreadsheet snaps. She deleted it fast. But the damage spread, classmates unfollowed. Connections ghosted. Her narrative cracked. A late knock, Vasquez. Jessica filed countercharges, claims you're the thief. With doctored emails. Fakes. Obvious edits, tech confirmed. More charges for her, false reporting. Precautions. She urged. Very routines. Alert neighbors. Sleepless. I pondered the spiral, Jessica. Once my protected little sis. Now a threat. But freedom bloomed amid the fear. Jessica's email to my work, life or death, drop charges, or I go public to journalists. Your firm dragged through mud. Extortion. Reyes, bury her. Company lawyers conferenced, defamation, full support. Jessica partially followed through, another LinkedIn rant. Accusing jealous kin of attacks. But Kyle's exposures backfired, her rep tanked. Fired from her internship, liability. Job offers vanished. Thursday update from Vasquez. Plea offer, no jail if she repays $18,452. 100 hours service. Probation. Financial class. Jessica rejected, framed. Trial loomed. She showed at my office. Hysterical, family emergency. Cops escorted her. Tried bribing maintenance for my apartment access, medical crisis. Building filed reports. Contacted relatives for false testimony scripts. Sarah's unstable. Parents hedged, protect family. More tampering charges. A letter from Aunt Clara. Mom's estranged sister. Proud of you, I've seen the enabling. You have support. Tears of validation. Sunday deadline passed, trial set. Mom's burner text, Emily's ruined, jobless. Dumped. Homeless. Happy? Deleted. Wine that night tasted like victory, not vengeance. But self-worth. Trial prep intensified. Jessica's lawyer begged, take modified plea, 150 hours. $5,000 fine. Therapy. She caved. Facing me in the office, satisfied. No, I wanted you to stop. Hollow eyes. Ill-fitting suit, she signed. Restitution in drips, retail gigs. Freelance. Parents fled to Arizona for her fresh start, letter admitting vague failure. No apology. Months later. Kyle, she's teaching literacy, therapies helping accountability. Maybe growth, maybe not my concern. Promotion to VP at Cascade, Seattle relocation. Packed. Tossed old cards. Final payment, donated to financial ed charity. Years on. Jessica viewed my LinkedIn, now education director. Posts humble. No contact. Aunt Clara's calls, real family. From my Seattle office. Skyline gleaming. That stolen party felt distant. Not celebrated then. But liberated now. The card cancelled, the push priceless. Love isn't self-sacrifice, it's boundaries. Revenge? Just thriving. Unburdened.